Greetings, friends. It's me, Wayman29. Gotta keep it down because Mrs. Wayman is sleeping. This is a video going out to Bum Eyes 1000 and I Wanna Be Jew exchange. Really enjoyed watching the exchange, and I had 2 days off, so I blew a couple hours each morning watching what you both had to say, and it was very interesting. I don't trust the orthodox of any movement, to be honest, so that's why I watch YouTube videos to see what the common person thinks, because usually in their groping around in the dark, they come up with some pretty interesting views that orthodox sometimes miss, because for the most part they're trained to say what they say. I wanted to respond to you both, meaning that I'm glad when I came out of fundamentalism, somebody put Joseph Campbell in my hands, because Joseph Campbell was the person who allowed me to look at religion and religious literature in a useful way, and it totally reshaped how the tool of metaphor, archetypes, and belief systems and symbols can be used, and it gives only a glimpse into the mechanics of how all this happens, and it's pretty amazing. So we have to look at everything, and we can't discount something because we don't fully know its importance yet. So reading Joseph Campbell, I just got into Jung, Carl Jung, and I'm doing things backwards. Jung influenced Campbell in a major way, but I read Campbell first, and now I'm getting into Carl Jung. And I just got done reading Jung's response on Job, an answer to Job, which is a great essay. I also picked up this book called Hamlet's Mill, an essay investigating the origins of human knowledge and its transmission through myth. This is an excellent book. I can't see it here, but I'll post a link to it in the details over there. But what I always ask, talking about spiritual ecstasy, is, and other topics, can it be replicated outside of the religious context? Yes, all of these things can be replicated outside of the religious context. We have dreams. People have visions outside of the religious context, and that's what I find fascinating. Say, for example, the same kind of religious ecstasy that, say, the Native Americans felt in the Native American ghost dance movement, which is in retaliation to the Indian removal policy by the United States government, and all the atrocities that were being done to them, created this apocalyptic movement called the ghost dance. You can read about it online. However, this kind of stuff can be replicated at rock concerts. You know, this is what I'm interested in, and a lot of these ideas floating around for a very long time. So what do we do with them? You know, we can't. What bothers me is that people like Sam Harris, Dawkins, totally dismiss belief systems and religious literature as pure fantasy, delusional. But I wonder if any of them had a good answer to Joseph Campbell or Carl Jung and the work that they were doing. They don't. And Dawkins and Sam Harris, they're good scientists. Maybe Harris knows a little bit more about religion than Dawkins does. But for me, I can't trust Dawkins to tell me about religion. Just like I can't trust Kent Hovind to tell me about science. It's gonna be slanted in one direction or the other. So I'm gonna continue reading these beautiful epics of nations, collected knowledge of nations and people and individuals, and keep thinking about symbols, metaphors, archetypes, how they move through time. And I'm going to stick with the literature, because the literature will save your ass every time. It's amazing, because old gods never die. They just come back around every few thousand years in different concepts. And almost everything we deal with comes back around in time. And that's something that people don't really consider. You know, were these primitive peoples really that dumb that they... Not dumb, really that ignorant of the surroundings that they needed symbols to explain things, and that was it? Or were they able to think about them abstractly and use them in rituals? I think they were smarter than that. I think primitive peoples were smarter than we give them credit for, because here, not only did they use them to explain the universe around them, but they also used them in abstract thought processes. So whether it's music, dance, religion, I think it comes from the same place. So, just wanted to throw in my comment. Excellent job, you two. And nice to meet you, Bumeyes 1000. For those who don't know or haven't seen Bumeyes 1000, take a look at her videos. She's very articulate, and I'm glad I ran into her. So you can go check out her videos. This is a plug for Bumeyes 1000. I'll post a link to her channel in the description box over there. Take care, friends, and remember, if everybody's thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking.